Hi there, welcome to the grand opening of the Fantasy Cafe. Store owner and host Buster the Fox here. Have a seat. Our special today is Stick Adventure Quests Dawn. Now, since it's the first episode of the Fantasy Cafe, I figure I ought to tell you what this is all about. So, the Fantasy Cafe is actually the name of my forum. You'll find the link in the description. And it is where I post games that I have created with the program Stagecast Creator. See the little logo here? Stagecast Creator. Yeah, Stagecast Creator. It's sort of an older program. It doesn't get updated anymore. But I find that it's a very powerful program, and it has very few limitations, and it's extremely easy to use, but tough to master, just like any sort of game creation software. So this is what I use. I've tried other programs like Game Maker, obviously. I'm not too good with that. I still need some practice, but I do use it sometimes. I still mainly use Stagecast Creator. Some may say that it's a program meant for children or that you can't make anything really good with it, but I dare to prove that wrong. Not with this particular game, mind you, but I have some projects running that I hope will change some people's opinion on this program. In any case, this here is Stick Adventure Quests Dawn. Stick Adventure is a series of mine. Obviously, it's based around stick people, so forgive any stick people cliches and terrible graphics, because I'm just not very good at graphics. um, so Stick Adventure is my flagship series for my quote-quote indie game studio, end quote, Underdog Creations. Now, the reason I say quote-quote is because it's just me and there ain't nobody else doing this stuff. I'm sure you understand what I mean. But in any case, Stick Adventure, the very first game I ever made, and it was a terrible game. As my skills grew, I knew that I just had to remake this game because I keep on making games in this series. I'm making a new one right now as we speak. Not as I speak right now because I'm recording a video. But I'm making a new game. And so, as my skills got better, I felt the need to remake the original game, make it a lot more playable and presentable. And that's what this game is here today. Quest Dawn. This is the remake of the original Stick Adventure. And I'm going to be showing it to you guys today as the first episode. And what better thing to start off with than the first game of my flagship series. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright. Here's the starting story. You have been framed for police assault and murder. Whoa. The one responsible has been on the run for months now, and this isn't his first victim. This has prompted the National Guard to attempt an all-out search and destroy operation in order to capture the criminal. However, the real criminal has left clues implicating you as the real culprit. Will you be able to survive at the mercy of military force? Come and unravel the mysteries of Stick Adventure. Alright, off we go. Left and right arrow keys to move. Go on through the door. Tutorial. Welcome to Stick Adventure Quest Dawn. If you want to go through the tutorial, enter the right door. This one right here. If you already know how to play and want to continue on to the game, enter the lower door right here. Clearly, I already know how to play the game since I made it, but because this is a demonstration video, I'll go ahead and show you the tutorial. Alright, welcome to the tutorial. You will learn how to play the game here. First, we'll cover movement. It's the most important aspect of any game, pretty much. Alright, left and right arrow keys to move. We already learned that on the title screen. Down or right arrow keys to enter a door, depending on its position. Down arrow key. Pretty simple stuff. And then you use the up arrow key to jump. Yep. And don't worry about this little floaty effect here. Sure, the characters don't have gravity, but there's a very good reason for that. And that would be because I have... there is no really... There really is no reason. But... but, anyway. The whole jumping thing... Actually, there is a reason for that, and I'll get over that later. But for now, just forget about it. Pretend it's perfectly normal. Alright, we have navigated through the stage. Good job, it says. Next, we will cover invincibility blocks and heal blocks. When taken, invincibility blocks will keep you protected from attacks for 5 steps, and heal blocks will restore your hit points by 1. Use the Enter key to take a heal block or invincibility block. Boom, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, just like it said. Don't forget, you can't jump while invincible. This is true. It can be dangerous. It can keep you from moving on in a stage. But usually you should be safe. Just plan out your steps very carefully while you're invincible. And you'll see why once we see the enemies. Anyway, heal block. There's your little HP meter up here. You start off with 10 HP. That's the default amount of HP. Whenever you, well, let's see. I was about to tell you about something that hasn't come in yet. So let's take this. We have 11 HP. Yay, that's what a heal block does. Exactly what you think. Aha! Now who's this little guy? Right here, we have our first military personnel! Now the military personnel are the enemies in this game, as you can clearly tell. What they basically do is they just move around, changing directions. Sometimes they take a step, and then of course they shoot bullets out of their little pistols there. And when the bullets hit you, they will make you take 1 hit point of damage. It's not that big a deal when there's only one of them, but when there's a big group of them, it can be pretty dangerous. So let's go over the tutorial here. Alright, next we'll cover another important topic, enemies. Of course, you can't battle armed soldiers with your fists alone, so you have to avoid them some way or another. Here's how. Enemies will shoot bullets at you as you try to escape. You need to jump in order to dodge these bullets, which we just learned. Also, they only travel a set amount of distance before they fall and become useless. As you can see, come on, shoot a bullet. There we go. Notice how it doesn't go all the way to the end of the stage. It stops after a little while. So, if they shoot at you, you're not obligated to jump over it necessarily. Sometimes it'll stop right before you, but you're recommended to try to jump over them because, you know, if they do hit you, they hurt. Let's see, where am I? Here we go. In order to move on, you must get past the soldiers, and the quickest way and the easiest way is to jump. Alright, let's try this now. Watch out for the bullets. Okay, boom. Simple enough. Great job. That's all there is to it. Have fun and good luck as you play through Stick Adventure Quest Dawn. I'm going to cheat for a moment here because I want to show you what happens. Notice my HP here. If I set it to higher than 10 and you go through here, nothing happens. HP is still at 10. But if you set it to less than 10, for instance 9, and you go through here, boom, reset your HP back to 10. Very useful feature. Whenever you find a heal station and you're low on HP, you always want to use it because having 10 HP in this game can really make or break you quite seriously. The bosses are pretty tough, and you'll see that I'm right later. Not that you have any reason not to believe me, since you've probably never played this game before. Anyway, let's move on. Now we start the game proper. This character, he is the main character. His name is Stick. I told you. Avoid the cliches. And by avoid, I mean ignore. And by ignore, I mean I'm really tired right now, and I probably shouldn't be doing this video. But anyway, here is a window. And in the window, there is a guy with a gun, and he's saying, "Come out with your hands up." That's kind of dangerous and kind of really freaking scary. If that happened to me and I found a letter, I would probably read the letter because I would be freaking out because of this guy. And the letter says, "Stick, you are in great danger. By now, the enemy must be very close by." I wonder how close he is. I don't know. "You must leave now. You have to trust me for your own sake. There's no time to explain now. I'll try to meet up with you later. Signed, absolutely nobody." Okay, well, you know, I'll trust you. I'll trust you that I have to leave since the enemy is so close by. Get him! There's the guy in the window. Yay, he's going to kill you. Alright, area 1, outside. Running away from the, not the cops. These aren't cops. That's the different game, Police Getaway, which I'll show you a later time. But for now, Stick Adventure. Boom. Alright, here we go, stage 1. Couple of army guys and one little block so that you can get your bearings before you go through it. It's all very simple, just like the tutorial. You gotta jump over him. So, without any further ado... Oh, no. Okay. Oh, no, I got hit. Oh, okay. Oh, stage 3, ow. Wow, they're really beating down on me today. Phew, this is tough. But why is the military chasing me? I don't understand. I need to find whoever sent that letter to warn me. Maybe they're around here somewhere. Boom. Need that. Boom. Just one guy. Pretty easy. 2 guys. Oh, he hit me. 2 guys again. Oh, yeah. Oh! Stick, I presume. Do not fear. I am Yorimoto. I am the one who sent you that letter. Yay! Here's the second main character of the series, not the protagonist, because Stick is the protagonist, but this is Yorimoto. Yorimoto is a ninja. This never gets mentioned in this game. I am not quite sure why. Maybe because it should be obvious from the headband. No, he's not some teenage girl on Facebook making a duck face. He's facing right, not left. Anyway, he's a ninja. That's a little headband he's wearing. That takes precedence later on in the series. In any case, somebody needs food. Oh no, the military has unleashed one of its secret weapons. You will not be able to defeat it alone. Here, you may borrow my sword for this fight. The little sword? Alright, let's go. Stop! Do you already know how to wield a sword? If not, I can show you how. Of course, I already know how to wield the sword since I made the game, just like the tutorial. But since this is a demonstration, I'll show it to you anyway. Boom. Tutorial. Welcome to the sword tutorial. Here, you will learn how to fight. The art of swordplay is an ancient practice. It takes skill and patience to master, yet it is very simple. All you have to do is... press enter with vigor and conviction! Ah! Yeah! Yeah! Pro tip. You actually don't have to hit the enter key with vigor or conviction. You can actually press it with just any kind of, like, emotion or anything. It's just, meh. You can even just hold it down and keep on attacking for a long time and not even move. It's all cool. It works exactly the same. Just in case you spent your whole time playing this game trying to always press enter with vigor and conviction and breaking your keyboard. I mean, I can't even tell you how many keyboards I've gone through always pressing enter with vigor and conviction. No, see, it doesn't work. You don't gotta. I mean, you can do it however you want. You know, you can roleplay. Anyway, let's go. Very good. I believe you are ready to face the enemy now. Go with great care. Okay. Oh, and here we go. The military's secret weapon, the first boss. Now, he's just a little black block. He's a monster enemy guy. Despite his, appearance, he's actually quite dangerous. Obviously, he's shooting bullets, if you can see that. You better be able to see that. It's pretty obvious. Anyway, so you don't want to stay too close to him because then you won't be able to dodge his bullets. But here is the rub. If you get too close to him, he will jump on you and smash you for 1 HP of damage. And he has a tendency to chain that attack and just go wham, 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 wham. And that'll knock down your HP really quickly. So you want to be very careful. So there really is no safe place when you're fighting this guy, since you have to get up close and personal. I've created this technique to try and beat him. It's not foolproof at all, and I tend to die on this boss a lot. There's a lot of luck involved with these bosses. Okay, I guess I just sort of confirmed that there are more bosses of this type later on. But anyway, let us get going. I'll show you how this works and how tough this guy is. Ah! This is the technique. hold down the enter key, and then he has the ability to either go back, shoot, go forward, or do that. Sometimes he'll go into your sword. See, I got very, very lucky in this battle. Usually, he'll be here, your sword will be here. He'll somehow squeeze in here in the space between while you're attacking, and then he'll just mega crush you all the way over to the back, and then he'll go back and start shooting you. So he just like mega combos the heck out of you, and you will die very quickly. Of course, this is the safest way to do it. If you go over here to do it, then he will be stuck right here since there is another block blocking it off here. And then his only possible movement route would be to either stand still or come up next to you or shoot. And if he shoots, it's guaranteed to hit you here. And if he goes up next to you, then he has a much greater chance of trying to smash you than he does of going back, since he only has one space. So you want to stay right here and let him move back and forth. Because if he's right here, then he can move back instead of moving forward and trying to crush you. So that's just a little boss strategy for you. It's very dangerous. And here I got rid of my invincibility. If you go through a door while you're invincible, it lets you move 10 spaces instead of 5 while you're invincible. And that's what this whole Pillar of Darkness thing is here for. Because normally you're invincible here, then you go through this door, and then you have 10 spaces of invincibility for the next stage, which is going to be kind of crappy because the next stage is pretty big and has a lot of army guys on it. But that's a perfect opportunity to show you one other trick. But first, the cutscene. Very good. I was right to have trusted you. What's that? Why didn't I fight, you say? A very good fight it was indeed. You have the makings of a true warrior. Pillar of Darkness. Boosh. Boom. Alright. Where is it? There it is. Boom. Okay, stop. See what I did there? Guess how I did that? No, I didn't just stand on top of a random block and push the down arrow key. I stood on top of a very specific block and pushed the down arrow key. Allow me to highlight the stage here. Boom. Notice the strange... there goes my phone. I should have silenced that. And I'll do that right now. Okay. Okay, it's done. It's done. It's done. Okay. Alright, now, notice that all of these yellow squares here are highlighting a character. That's how it works in Stagecast when you select. Now, these two down here are invisible characters. They are what are known as cheat blocks. Oh, cheat blocks. Yeah. Yay. Wow, that's really cool. I've never done this before. Cheat blocks. Anyhow, when you are on top of a cheat block, you can push the down arrow key to enter it, and then you are safe to go through the rest of the stage. Safe from the army guys, and safe from harm. And, as a bonus, this is actually why gravity is not implemented in this game. Because of the cheat blocks! Now, I could probably think of a better way to do this, but this is the most secretive way I could think of. Yeah, I think it works. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Yeah. Every YouTuber has to say that, right? Right. Alright, moving on. Boom. That area was larger than the others. We must be close to a temporary base. It's a long shot, but here. You may borrow my sword once again. Sword! You do remember how to use it, correct? I was only joking. Seriously. Alright, now I have 8 HP, and there's 5 hero blocks here. Yay! I have more than default. That's good. Very good. And here we go. This is the first, well, it's really nothing that special. It's the first one where you have to jump through this little gate here. That's not what I call it, but check out that you can battle here. This is the first stage with army personnel where you can use the sword. Normally, if you try to hit enter on a stage that doesn't have this little battle logo, you won't be able to swing the sword, and it'll do nothing. Sort of like this, except you can also do it in open air. So yeah, this means, guess what? You can fight back now, which actually usually tends to be easier and or faster. It's safer anyway, in my experience, because you eliminate the bullets shooting at you. See? He died! Yay! Let me get through this stage. Die! Now that I've killed them all, allow me to show you one more thing. Alright. Now, I'm going to teach you the mechanics of cheat blocks. Yeah, I know, we've already been through this. But, notice how as soon as I went to the next stage, I paused the game. This is because cheat blocks spawn right below each soldier at the start of each stage. Wherever they are standing at when the stage begins, that's where the cheat block is. Every single time, except for ones like these guys. They don't have cheat blocks because then you wouldn't be able to go underneath the stage. But for instance, these guys, all the ones that are on vertical number 2 here, on the second, whatever you want to call this, second tile of the stage. So if you pause the game right when you go into the next stage and then you memorize where the soldiers are, or you can just highlight it, try to memorize where the cheat block is, then it's a lot easier to find them instead of just going to each separate space and pushing down. But because this is a demonstration game, I want to show you this big platforming section that I made. This is really the only platforming section that I have in the entire game, but I think it's fun for what it's worth. I don't know. Alright, let's go defeat these guys. Die. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Off we go. Boom, 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 boom. Hiya. Boom, boom, boom. Looks like my sword is taking it. Ha. Oh, come on. Boom. Boom, 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 I say. Alright, off we go. Stick, be careful! I sense another wave of enemies nearby. One of them stands out from the rest. I have a feeling it's the secret weapon again. Only this time it's guarded. Stick, this is a crucial battle. You must win, at all costs. Man, I'm doing really well. I have 4 above default. That's actually really good. Normally, I'm just dying through this whole thing. I actually suck a lot at this game. I don't know how I'm doing so well this time around. I'm just getting really lucky. Alright, so here we go. Boss number 2. Now, this boss may look very similar to the first one, but he's actually different in a couple of ways. The first one is obvious in that he is guarded by 3 of these guys. So the first part of your strategy is obviously going to be killing the military personnel, because if you don't, then they're all going to be shooting backwards at you the whole time and doing more damage than you need to be taking while you're trying to focus your efforts on the boss, the secret weapon. The second thing that is unique about this guy is that he actually has a little bit of extra HP. So it'll take you a little longer to defeat him, making him a little bit tougher. Maybe you'll get to see the problems that I have with the first boss on this one. Anyway, I'm going to have 15 HP after taking this heal block. Oh, and let's wait for the military guy to come up next to it so I can show you what you can do with this. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Turn it faster. Okay, here we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, come here. Dang it. Whatever. If you take the heal block with a military guy right next to it, you can kill him while taking the heal block at the same time. Pretty good that I was able to get into this position without taking too much damage. You know what, I need to let you see the, there it is. Notice how he knocked me back there. So yay, I actually got very lucky on both boss fights here, even though I went out of my way to take damage. Now this one, he doesn't do the Pillar of Darkness thing, so you end up losing your invincibility. Notice how I'm going more than 5 steps. If you went back in the video and counted how many steps, that was 10 steps. So, I guess that proves that I wasn't lying. I don't know. Anyway, we were outside for a long time, but now we've moved on to Area 2, the military base. You have proven your worth. In order... Oh, Jeez. In honor of your glorious victory, I now lay my sword upon you. I have some more at home anyway. Be wise in its use. The shedding of blood is not something one should take lightly. You obtained a sword. Use it in battle. Alright, now from now on, all of the stages are battle stages. That's right. So you can kill all of the military personnel from here on. All of them. And as I said, it's usually a lot safer to do that than to try to jump over them all. So, I advise it. You don't get, like, score or anything. This game I didn't implement a point system. But, oh, here we go. Ah, shoot. I keep on wanting to show you that little trick. But he won't stay there! Ah, here we go. This guy, I hate that guy. He tends to shoot way too often, and he will destroy you sometimes. This guy will not, because you can attack while you're invincible. That's why that invincibility block is there. Alright, a new foe appears. It looks like the secret weapon from before, but it feels much more powerful. Stick, now is the time to wield your sword, as opposed to not wielding it before. I just like killing the army guys. It's a lot easier for me. It will be hard, but I have faith in your combat abilities. You must believe in yourself. Boom. Oh, what's this? This isn't the same secret weapon as before. In fact, this is secret weapon number 2. The third boss of the game. Since the other two were black guys, and they turned into invincibility blocks. Hey, why's it gotta be about color? Shut up, man. They're black because they're black, and the invincibility block is black. Do you want me to change the invincibility block to be purple or something? Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Well, get over it. No. So this guy is green. Why's it gotta be about color? Shut up, aliens. You see what I did there? Because aliens are green, and they think that because he's green, it's a race thing. Anyway, so when you defeat this guy, he obviously turns into a heal block, the same way that the first ones turned into invincibility blocks. Of course, this guy has a couple more quirks that I want to tell you about before we get into the fray here. First of all, notice that his bullets are going very, very far. He can shoot 7 instead of, well, let's see. The normal bosses and military personnel can shoot their bullets up to 5 spaces at a time. This guy can shoot up to 7. So that automatically makes him a little more dangerous. You can't just stand on this side and wait for him to stop shooting or something like you could with the first boss. And also, this guy is programmed to move forward a little bit more often than he moves backwards, which means that he's more likely to slam on you like the first guy did. Otherwise, he doesn't do any extra damage or anything. He's just a little more threatening because he has some extra attack range. So, without further ado, I suppose we should get into the fray. Ready and go. Oh no, okay. Here we go. Yes, man, I'm doing well. Very well on setting this up. Oh, crap. Whoa, okay. Ah, sheesh. So, there's my first game over. Yep. Normally that would end my run, but because I want to show you the entire game in this demonstration, I'm gonna cheat. That's right. 10 HP. Now, I'm not going to show you everything in the global window because that would make you realize it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It's boring. It's not some big secret or anything. Anyway, back to my position. I'm still very lucky to get set up into this position, but because of the way he moved, I got pretty unlucky. He kept on shooting me and coming up and smashing me. So even when you're in the most ideal position for defeating him, there are always going to be times where luck will just not be on your side and he'll kill you. Which is why luck is a big draw in this type of boss battle. So yeah, you always want to be careful. Very good, Stick. We can rest here. Well, I suppose it's time I explain the situation. Someone is trying to frame you for multiple crimes. That person was a serial killer, a monster wrapped in flesh. I have taken care of him. He is no longer a threat. However, there are still problems to be dealt with. Yeah, like the military. The man who framed you wasn't working alone. He was taking orders from someone. I've come up with the identity of the one behind it all. If you think you can handle the truth, I will tell you. It is your brother. Dun dun dun! I know it is hard to believe, but unfortunately, it's true. If you want to clear your name, you're going to have to prove that it was your own brother who truly committed the crime. I don't know what you think of him, Stick, but I'll tell you now that that man is evil to the core. If he is not stopped, he may get away with his crimes. You understand? Good. Then we must go now. In order to stop your brother, we must act hastily. Let's go. We are already close to his hideout. Alright. On to the final area, the sky blue strait. Now we gotta heal up. Always good. Now beware. Army wave, army wave. Now why there wasn't an army wave in the army base, I'm not quite sure. But, since we're close to, Stick's brother's hideout, who is the big culprit behind everything here, we should be careful. Okay, since I'm low on HP, I'm going to abuse a cheat block here. I don't need the invincibility block. I can't get to the door quickly enough to keep it anyway. Heal block. Okay, I need this. Come here. I want to show them the trick. Come here. I want to show them the trick. Yes. You see that? I took it and killed him at the same time. Yes. See? Double. Oh man, I was at 4 HP before, but all these heal blocks are a godsend. Huh? What is going on here? Here's another good reason for not having gravity. These guys would all fall down. They don't have any kind of blocks underneath them. They're just kind of there. Just like Stick, he doesn't fall down. I'm beginning to think maybe your brother isn't so smart. Is this a trap? Notice how I gave these guys gravity, but nobody else. I have no clue why I did that. Maybe just to make it look better. I don't know. I think it's alright. Uh-oh. Stick, the final battle is upon us. Ready your sword and be prepared for anything. Now, here is one part that I'm sort of embarrassed about. Feel free to skip this part if you don't like low-quality audio or low-quality voice acting. That's right. Back in the day when I created this game, I did some voice acting for it. What I did is just 6 simple, or actually 7 I think, let me check. 6. 6 little voice clips of Stick's older brother speaking to him. And as you can see, the text is up here in the sky. So if you don't like the voice acting, you can just turn the sound off and just, read along. But anyway, I'm just going to put the microphone next to the speakers and let the game tell you the rest. So let's go.
Ah, Stick. Good to see you again. Since you're here, I'm guessing you figured out my plots. Oh well, can't be helped. You know, when I thought this up, you were the first person I thought about. Isn't it nice to know that you were my main choice for being caught in my stead? You see, you were the perfect choice. Nobody would ever guess that I would frame my own brother for something of so massive a scale. Unfortunately, you always have had a weak will. Must admit, faced with something like by your little knife you would just snap and incriminate yourself. Come in handy against the military secret weapons, didn't they?
I do apologize for that. I jumped a little too early there. Let's see. I was on voice clip 3.
You see, you were the perfect choice. Nobody would ever guess that I would frame my own brother for something of so massive a scale. Plus, you always have had a weak will. Faced with something like this, I assumed you would just snap and incriminate yourself. But unfortunately, you have become problematic. I must admit, I'm impressed by your little knife skills. They certainly did come in handy against the military secret weapons, didn't they? Well, isn't that good for you, little brother? Too bad they're going to be useless during your next battle. Useless through and through. You've never been of any worth to anyone. And so,
Here we go. Now, what could this be? Let's see.
I think it's about time I got rid of you!
Oh my god! Yeah, I stopped the game. So, this here is Stick's older brother, Dom Dom. He is the game's final boss, and, ironically, the easiest boss in the game. I'm not even kidding you. This being because he doesn't shoot. He just walks around. He also doesn't move very often, which makes him a pretty easy target. In case you hadn't noticed from how close he's getting to me, he is also very, very likely to move forward rather than he is to move backward. And his attack, he does this little kick thing. Boom. Notice how it did 2 damage to me instead of just 1 like all the other bosses have thus far, which makes him a little more dangerous. Just use the regular technique of holding enter, but don't get too close to him because if he starts kicking you, he's just not going to stop. See there, he went down pretty easily, and I still have 12 HP to spare, which is very good because we've done it, Stick. I've left a note for the police. They have taken your brother to prison, where he will spend the rest of his lowly existence. Stick, you are more powerful than I had first anticipated when I learned of this plot against you. You have proven me wrong, time and time again. I thank you for showing me that... What? I lost my place. I thank you for showing me that not all people have lost their sense of honor and justice. You should contact me if ever you are in need of assistance. Yamato hands you his phone number? I guess even ninjas have cell phones these days. Ha 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 ha. Little comedy bit right there. Never hesitate to call on an ally in times of need. Quite literally. We can finally go home now. Rest in comfort, Stick. Enjoy this moment of peace. ... Obvious setup for the sequel. Yay! Stick Adventure Quest on. Game credits, programming, battle system, voice acting, recording, storyline, debugging, executive producer, sprite, scripts, world design, special thanks, anything else. All me, Daniel Dawson, aka Buster the Fox. Thanks for playing. Stick Adventure Quest on version 2.0. Copyright Underdog Creations 2013. 2010 to 2013. All rights reserved. Not really, because I don't give a crap about copyright. Yay! And here are all the enemies. They're all trapped. They are in prison. Yay! The military personnel didn't know what they were doing wrong. Now, normally, here's the very last thing I have to show you before this game is done. And it links into the sequel, Stick Adventure 2. Now, normally, if you press right next to this here door, it will take you back to the title screen, of course, so, just like it says. But if you have 10 or more HP when going through this door, so if you have 9 or less, then it'll reset you back. But if you have 10 or more and you go through this door, then you will be transported to the extra stage. Ha! So if you have the default amount of HP or more than that, then you get to go to the extra stage. Otherwise, you get reset back to the title. Now, you may be wondering what these little enemies are. These are the RARs. It's not spelled in the way that most people spell it with that silly little W. No, it is spelled R-A-R because I felt like it back when I made the enemy. Anyway, these guys are little word enemies that are very dangerous, actually. These are the main enemies in the sequel, Stick Adventure 2, and that's what this extra stage is all about. It's meant to connect to the next game. Now, these guys, as an enemy here in Quest Dawn, are actually pretty dangerous and really a huge pain to defeat because they just move left and right randomly. They don't take any breaks to stop moving like all the other enemies in this game have. They don't shoot or anything. They only do 1 damage per hit, but they're very likely to just keep on knocking you around. Especially if you jump and manage to get in the middle of them, you are just screwed, okay? I'm not even kidding. If you jump in the middle of them, they will knock you back and forth like no tomorrow. So, it's always best to jump and then just hold enter! Now, these guys are really tough to kill because they move back and forth. Notice how he's going next to my sword. Well, he'll go up next to your sword and then just go whoa the whole time. See how he's getting really close, but he's not getting killed because he's so fast. Um, Eventually they'll die. It's really hard to tell when they die because there's so many of them swarmed together. The further you can get them towards the wall, the more likely you are to kill them, obviously, since they have less room to move around. Ow, ow, ow. See how much damage he just did? I had like 12 HP, and he just pushed me all the way across the whole friggin' screen and left me with 4 HP. There we go. Finally, he died. So yeah, those guys are very dangerous. Stick Adventure 2 has a much different battle system than this, and they're kind of a lot different, a lot less dangerous there since they're the regular enemy. I'm planning on remaking Stick Adventure 2 just the same as I've remade this one, but yeah, I haven't even started work on that one yet, so I don't know how soon it'll be that I record Stick Adventure 2. Alright, there you have it, Stick Adventure Quest on. That's it for this episode of the Fantasy Cafe. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Make sure you check the links in the description to find out where you can download this game or play it online as long as you have Java installed. Also hit the link in the description to watch a demonstration video of the next game. Come back soon. Thanks for watching. Please comment and subscribe. Peace out.